We got some big news about CarX Drift Racing 3. A lot of your questions have been answered. Let's check out the latest news from the developers. The first post we're going to check out says, today we want to answer some of the most popular questions from your comments. First one is, what platforms is CarX 3 coming out on? And the devs say, after the release on mobile devices, we plan to release the PC and console versions of the project. Now that is some really big news. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was going to be a mobile only game. But we now have it confirmed, CarX 3 is coming to PC and consoles. Now that's pretty cool. Obviously we don't have any dates or anything. It might be a couple years, but that's some really big news. I'm pretty excited about that. Now another question that a lot of people had is, what will happen to CarX Street, Drift Racing 2 and CarX Rally? The answer is, we have a separate team behind each project. The CarX Drift Racing 2, CarX Street and CarX Rally teams do not participate in the development of CarX 3 and continue to work on new features, content and optimization of their projects. Now that's actually really good to hear. So the CarX team in general is expanding. They're creating new games, they're hiring more staff, and they're not taking staff away from other games. So even though CarX 3 is being worked on, CarX 2, CarX Street, all the other games are still going to be worked on by their own team. So really good news there. Hopefully we see CarX Street real soon. Pretty excited about that one. Next question is, what engine will the game be on? And they just say Unity. So for all you modders out there, CarX 3 will be on the Unity engine. Next question is, when will beta testing begin and how do I join? It says, stay tuned, we will tell you everything when the time comes. So who knows there, but I'm definitely going to try and get access to the beta. Whenever that does drop, I will try and show you some gameplay. The next frequently asked question was, in CarX Drift Racing 3, will it be possible to build your own car? In future posts, we will talk about the features of the project in more detail, stay tuned. We're actually going to check out that post just after this one, because we've already got a post on that. So I'll show you that in a second. Next it says, how many layers will there be for vinyls? The current 90 in CarX Drift Racing 2 is not enough to create a detailed image. Thank you for your comment. We will try to increase the number of layers in CarX Drift Racing 3. So I guess they're working on it, but we don't know anything more. And finally, what will be the device requirements and what about optimization? And the devs say, we take into account all the development experience of our projects, so we will try to avoid the problems that teams from other CarX Technologies projects have encountered. So that's pretty interesting. We will prepare a separate post about system requirements, follow the news so you won't miss anything. And if you don't want to miss anything on the latest news from CarX, you guys know what to do. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I'll always keep you up to date on CarX. Then at the bottom of this post it says, friends, we want to note that we plan to post the answers to the most popular questions at least once a week. That's really good to hear. So if you've got any questions for the developers, leave them down below in the comments. Thanks in advance. Hashtag driftracing3_FAQ. Now we got a second post to check out, and this one's really interesting. Starts off with, hi friends, today we want to talk a little more about one of the most anticipated features of CarX Drift Racing 3, building your own drift course. Now I think that means car, obviously all this is translated, so I think it just means building your own drift car. Then it says, as you remember, in the second part of the Drift Racing series you had to buy a stock car first, and then you can customize and improve it to your own taste and driving style. The first part of CarX Drift Racing 3 will allow gamers to build their own drifting cars from scratch. So as you can see in the screenshot, we've got a bare car body, and it looks like that's where you're going to start off with your drift car. Because it goes on to say, taking a modified cut-up body with installed head bars, a safety cage, a fuel tank and cooling system moved to the back of the car for better weight distribution as the basis, the player will need to improve and adjust to his own driving style all elements of the car, suspension, engine, chassis, etc. So it sounds like you're going to be literally building your car piece by piece, starting from the frame, and then installing different parts actually into the car and slowly building it up one part at a time. So it's kind of like that game Car Mechanic Simulator and some other games like that. So really interesting new feature here. Then it says, separately we note that all models in CarX Drift Racing 3, both individual elements and car bodies, will be more detailed and elaborated than in the second part of the series. Fenders, bumpers, interior decoration and other elements will be available for customization. So maybe things like door panels, the dashboard, stuff like that, maybe more options for removing panels and things like that. So it sounds really interesting, this game. We've got a confirmed for console and PC release. We've got some really big new features, like building your car from scratch, building it from the frame up. And yeah, there's a lot to take in about this game. It kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody was expecting CarX 3, and we've already got some really big news about it. I'm pretty excited about it. It's quite interesting to see the future of CarX. Really good to hear that they've got dedicated teams for each individual game, and they're still working on CarX Streets, they're still working on CarX 2, CarX 1. They're hiring more staff, they're building new games. It sounds like CarX is becoming a bigger and bigger developer, so it's really cool to see. And as the post says here, what do you guys think about it? Does the project need such a detailed disassembly of cars, or would you just like to get a ready-made car? So let them know your feedback in the comments. Personally, I would like the option to do both. Like, I might want to build a car from the ground up, piece by piece, but then I might also want like a ready-made drift car just to go out and have some fun. And maybe I don't want to grind for parts and take a long time to build my drift car. So maybe they should give us both options, try and keep everyone happy, give us a really cool new feature, but also for those people who aren't really that interested and just want to go out and have fun drifting, give them the option too. So yeah, some really cool news straight from the CarX developers. As soon as I get any more news, I'll be the first to let you know. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe for more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care.